How do you deal with difficult customers? Oh boy, we all have them. We all have difficult customers. I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. I'm going to walk you through 10 things. And in my book, A Mind for Sales, I talk about this, but I separate the two between difficult and bad customers. Now, bad customers, what's a bad customer? Bad customer is where there are ethical issues, there are integrity issues, there's other things that just come into, these are not good people to deal with. And let me tell you something, bad customers are attracted to bad salespeople. So when I hear a salesperson say, I got bad customers, I really got to question their own ethics. But I'm talking here about difficult customers, difficult. Let's walk through the 10. Number one, isolate them. You have to isolate the difficult customer. What do I mean by this? You don't allow yourself to be on the phone with a difficult customer 5 minutes before you're on the phone with your best customer. 5 minutes before you have to negotiate a deal. No, you isolate them. In other words, you deal with them in defined periods of time and you keep them there. 2, listen. You just have to take the time to listen. Many times a difficult customer is a difficult customer because they feel they're not being heard. And if you just take the time, I just recently had this in a situation with a company I'm working with. They had a difficult customer and they asked me to kind of intervene. And I did. And it was very, very beneficial because the customer suddenly changed their view towards it. And all they were really looking for was an ear to listen to. Number 3, teamwork. There may be other people in your organization that you need to get involved. Just as this other client of mine asked me to get involved. Teamwork. A difficult customer does not have to be dealt with only by one person. Sometimes there's some personality issues. So you just ask and get some other people involved. Number 4, price increase. How does this deal with a difficult customer? Well, first of all, if it's a difficult customer, there's additional work going on. There's additional things going on. And you know what? You may need to sit there and say, I have to take a price increase because the work associated with it is costing us money. And there's 2 things that happen. The customer either says, oh, this price increase isn't worth it, and they go elsewhere, fine. Or they sit there and pay it. Now at least you have additional revenue coming in to help cover the costs that you're incurring. Number 5, I want you to do a needs assessment. Needs assessment matching up in terms of what it is that you're selling and what it is the customer's getting. Sometimes the difficult customer is a difficult customer because they're viewing your product, your service, in a different light than you are. You see, they're expecting outcomes that they can't get. You see, there may have been expectations delivered in the sales process that can't be delivered. So you have to sit there and ask yourself, what is the needs assessment? And look to line it up. Number 6, competitor. There may be a competitor that you actually need to recommend them to. You see, at the end of the day, your best objective is to help the customer maximize their ROI. And maybe they're going to maximize their ROI by being better served by another competitor. It may be, you may be in the business of delivering, but there's another customer that can deliver better, faster than you. Hey, go ahead, turn them loose on it. Turn them loose. Number 7, you can always drop them. Now, I'm not crazy about dropping a difficult customer because I want to find out why. I want to learn from them. But there comes a time when if you feel there is no other option, it is just time to drop them. And you just have to be very simple. Hey, we can't deliver to the expectations that you want. We feel it would be better if you just went ahead and went someplace else. And help them go there. Number 8, focus. Focus on what it is that they're looking for. Too many times, again, what happens is they're a difficult customer because we're allowing personality to come into play, we're allowing a geographical location, there are all these other issues that begin to come into play. I saw a salesperson become absolutely livid feeling they had a difficult customer because this customer's favorite team was the biggest rival to the salesperson's favorite team. And he just couldn't get past it. He just could not get past that, you see. So you got to focus in on the customer. Let all this other noise fade away. Number 9, ask yourself, what's your mindset? If you come in looking to have a difficult customer. You will have a difficult customer. It is without a doubt your mindset. Your mindset, this is why, and I remember this years ago. I was working for a company and I had a territory, and my manager changed my territory around, gave me some different accounts. And after a few months, I asked him, I said, why did you do this? He says, well, because so-and-so who had that territory and those accounts before you thought they were difficult customers. He says, I didn't think they were difficult. They're pretty easy to work with. And he said, yeah, that was the whole thing. It was the mindset of the salesperson. Number 10, realize that it's their loss. If they're difficult, it may be their loss because they're experiencing other issues. I tell this from a prospecting standpoint. You pick up the phone, call somebody, and they jump you. Are they jumping you, or are you just happen to be the person who happened to call them right after they got jumped on? See? So just accept it, that it's their loss. How do you deal with difficult customers? It's one step at a time. You'll face them. We always do. And our whole goal is just to learn from them and move on. I'm Mark Hunter of the Sales Center. Great selling.